Hey everyone, it's Dylan. We're back again for another week here in the shop. So this week, like we said last week, we're starting off with the two pours, one for the Nelk boys, and Joe's of course making faces at me, like usual. We're doing the pour for the Nelk boys here first. Then we're going to be doing the pour for Olympia Truss, the round burl table. I actually got to go double check and figure out what that color is on that one. But I think in total we're pouring almost 200 liters here today, so a lot of epoxy to be mixed up. It was 120 liters in here for the Nelk boys, so that's all done. It is very, very red. It looked kind of pink in the buckets almost, but I think we got basically a bang on match to what the boys were looking for. So that's done, and then now we are mixing up resin to pour this maple piece here. And then if we check out down here, Ben actually has the first bucket mixed right now. It's a little bit different color than we do often, but we've done this color one other time in the past. And that was actually for an art piece that we gave to Olympia Trust, and that art piece inspired this table because it was maple with the same color, so naturally he had to order a desk to go with it. Right here, we've got a whole bunch of boxes. These are all online orders that are shipping out. So if you missed it last week, we actually have free shipping in North America over any purchase over $250, and that's $250 Canadian. I know the conversion rate right now, it's like I think it's $1 US equals, or no, $1 Canadian equals 70 US cents. So it's a really good conversion for you guys, especially if you're down in the United States. You end up getting like almost a 30% discount. And the free shipping is a bonus. So if you want, we'll put links down in the description. You can shop our resin, our finishes, glues, all the different stuff that we use.
We're at this new construction site. It's McDonald Luxury Homes building the house, and we got our 9.5 foot door here. It's an arch top, and we're just unpacking it and gonna install it today.
Boys are getting ready to cut the river rock countertop here, so they've got the other half already cut up. and now we're just making the second 45-degree cut. So we'll do a test fit after this and see how it all goes together, but it should look pretty sweet.
Going over the
countertop here right now, and we've got the 45 cut, we've got the holes for the dominoes machine, and we've actually got some of the dominoes placed in. So what we've done is these dominoes here, they're about 59 millimeters long. Then we have a 30 millimeter deep hole in this piece, and on the other piece there's another 30 millimeter deep hole. So in total that gives 60 millimeters. That gives us an extra mil for this to have some back and forth, just so that it's not going to hold that joint apart. Now what we have to do is the glue up next. So we're going to take all these out, we'll put some glue in the holes, squish them back in, and then we have to put epoxy on this section where there's actually resin, and then we have to use wood glue on the other section, so it's a bit of a trickier glue up. Spencer's actually machining up some jigs right now on the CNC to make sure everything's going to be square and perfect, but we're going to try and get this glued up today. So me and the boys just got done gluing up the River Rock waterfall countertop. It's kind of a mouthful to say. And you'll notice we have kind of an interesting clamping setup here, so I'm going to try and explain what we've got going on here to you guys. On the inside, these pieces of MDF that you see, those are purely just there to protect our actual piece from the clamps that we have. And what the clamps themselves are holding, if you come around here, we have two pieces of MDF, so one here, and then glued and screwed into those we have these triangular, or like half a triangle shaped pieces of maple. And what that actually allows us to do is get clamping pressure this way instead of just up, like going one up this way and then one this way. We can get clamping pressure directly on this joint, and it's going to make sure that it's really clean when we're done and there's no gaps. And if you guys come around here, you can see that's where our epoxy joint is. We didn't actually use wood glue here, so anywhere where you see white, where it's just the solid wood, we obviously use the wood glue. And then in here we actually use epoxy to secure everything together, just so you're not going to see the ugly white glue inside of there when it's all finished up. It's now time to take our maple burl piece we poured earlier out of the mold. This is going to be used for wall art. It's our client in Atlanta. Again, like I said, a repeat customer. That kind of silvery resin, so it's been cured for I think 5 days now, so it's not quite ready for the CNC, but it's ready to pop out of the mold. Well, thank you guys for watching this week's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I also want to take a quick second to say thank you just to all of you who have been placing orders on our online store. We've been overwhelmed at the amount of response we've had. It's been so amazing. You guys are allowing us to keep all of our employees here employed, and that really means a lot to us. You know, we don't want to have to lay anyone off, and you're allowing us to keep it that way. Table orders are still coming in, so we're very, very grateful for that. And it just means a lot to us, and I want to extend our thanks to you guys. But for next week, we've got some exciting stuff planned. We're going to be demolding the table for Nelk. That was a huge pour, and I think it's going to look pretty crazy once we get out of the mold, like the big bright red color, so we're excited to see that. Since all of this virus stuff is going on, I'm not actually able to really go out and buy my mom something for her birthday this year since all the malls are kind of shut down. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to be making her something instead. So this is a piece of willow burl here, and I've got one more piece over there. And it's actually going to go into this mold here for a wall art piece. It's going to go in her living room. It's going to be kind of like a turquoise resin. Should look really good, and we're probably going to pour that next week. But we really appreciate you guys watching the video. It would mean a lot if you could leave a like, and we'll see you next week. Take care.